Hello and welcome to CLEA'S World. I am Clea and today I'd like to share with you more of the information I've received from a 25th dimension during my last BQH hypnosis session. I'll be reading from a transcript, and when I refer to Lorraine, I'm speaking of the hypnotist who's asking me questions I've prepared in advance of the session. And when I speak of me, I'm referring to myself under hypnosis, which means that the answers are coming from a 25th dimension. Before we move forward, I'd like to ask you to please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. And do give this video a thumbs up, it really helps me. And also leave me a comment below to let me know if the stuff resonates or not. I always enjoy reading your comments. I respond to all of them, and I really want to see where everybody's at. All right, let's get started. So in this particular video, we're going to be answering. I posed some questions to 25th that came from you guys, basically. And so we're going to be answering some newer questions. I'm always very excited to do this, so I hope you guys enjoy them. All right, okay. Holly Blossom has had tinnitus, I think that's how you say tinnitus, in her ear since childhood. Why? Me. It's funny, they're telling me it's a reminder. So for her, she set herself up to remember who she was, that she was connected to something else, because all tinnituses, she's actually, and actually Clea told her this already, when we have ear ringing and that kind of thing, is we're hearing the noise in the universe because it's a noisy multiverse. And so tinnitus for her, her body, her essence, set it up a little bit as a joke in the sense of you're here, but remember. And that's what it is. It's a reminder of the game. It's a reminder that there is a multiverse out there. It's not just all there. It's not just all here. It's not just everything that is real is not just this. So in the beginning, when he said, I just want to make sure, when he said, it's funny, they're telling me it's a reminder, that was funny as in, it's weird, not as funny as haha. So just in case we're not laughing at the fact that I'm sure while it is a reminder, and, you know, our bodies are always helping us, you know, achieve our purposes. Many of the symptoms that we experience here are not fun. They're not a walk in the park. So to have that issue since childhood, I'm sure it's not great. All right. So now, Rosewood. Now, you had a question for me about CERN, and I actually happen to have a question ready for the 25th about CERN. And so I'm going to read my question first because it sets us up for the answer to your question as well. So it makes more sense in this order. So this is my question for the 25th. Was the dark able to do any of the things it meant to do with CERN in Switzerland, like change timelines, cause a reset, upset the way that the space continuum works? And they were laughing. For negative entities to come into this dimension? This is what I had read, that's what the purpose of CERN was, to do all these things. And the reason the 25th was laughing when I said upset the way the space-time continuum works is because they already told us there is no time. So, and we're in a holographic reality. So I don't even know that there's space necessarily. They should be asking about that. And so that's why they're laughing. All right, so here's the answer. No, we could not use technology to do these things. That's the thing here. Even the dark here, and you know they have access to information like we do. But see, the general public in the dark team, because again, we're talking about humans like you and me. They don't, you know, they also have amnesia. So they think that the bigger the machine, the more power it has. They don't understand that certain things, one, are not possible on this planet because we made rules. And so we cannot, for example, bring in aliens. They cannot create dark matter. Dark matter, they were laughing. You cannot create dark matter. Dark matter is there. And then it gets created into something else. We have dark matter already in the multiverse. Portals already exist. We don't need CERN to create them. So no, CERN is not doing anything they think that they would have liked it to do. Because again, they're using a machine at the end of the day. Who makes things happen? It's the essence. Only the essence can make things happen. So already the fact that they think this machine is going to do things for them, no, it hasn't. It hasn't worked. They haven't done. It hasn't done any of the things for them they wanted it to do. They'd be basically racing around this racetrack with this atom for who knows how many decades, and that's all they're doing. It's like watching a critter, like a hamster on a wheel. That's all they've been doing with this thing. I thought this answer was hilarious. Lorraine, yes, science, ha. Rosewood would like to know if CERN is affecting our atmosphere, as the Schumann resonance is off the chart. Yeah. Okay, so yes and no, in the sense that CERN, so we know that we can manipulate weather, okay? We've talked about this several times. So with CERN, is CERN manipulating our weather sometimes? Yes, they actually do use it as well to try to manipulate weather. It's not all over the planet either. It's not that powerful, but so they have other places where they do this from, other machinery. Because again, you need the technology. They don't know that you can do this with your thought. They don't want to know that. But so the Schumann resonance is not affecting the Schumann resonance. The Schumann resonance does not pick up on the atmosphere. The Schumann resonance is simply picking up on, it's almost like a heartbeat. It's almost picking up on the energy of Gaia. And you know, sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down. So for example, one of the questions, next question Clea had is, we're saying, it's spiking, it's spiking, it's spiking. Oh my God, it's never been this high. Like it means something, but it doesn't. It's simply that our energy, Gaia is one of us, our energy changes all the time. Now, we do normally stay in a certain range, but we all have periods of time where we have a different frequency. We have a different vibration because maybe we're going through something. And so that's why we're seeing that it's getting higher. It's getting higher because Gaia is getting lighter too. The energy is changing in that sense, but it's not because of CERN or because of, and again, it's the resonance. This resonance is simply picking up on the energy of Gaia. Lorraine, thank you. Is the Schumann resonance being affected by the sun in any way? Me. No, the Schumann resonance again picks up on the energy of Gaia. No, Gaia is an essence. She doesn't have to be affected by anything. Now, we know the sun obviously is bringing its own energy and the light and everything. But we as essences, this is what people don't, they're always thinking, oh, because more sun is coming in, this is affecting our vibration. It is affecting our vibration, but not because it's the sun making our vibration become different. It's because we choose to experience that or to react to that in a certain way. Like you were saying, Lorraine, you just finished saying, I love the sun, I like the sun. And therefore, when you see the sun, you are happier. It's not the sun that's making you happier. It's your essence that likes it. It makes it joyful. It prefers that experience. So all of a sudden, you're happier. I mean, I could be depressed in the sun, and they were laughing. It's a choice, and that's what's happening. The cause and effect doesn't work the way that we think it works. So it's not the sun that affects the Schumann resonance. The Schumann resonance is measuring the vibration of Gaia. Gaia is an essence. Gaia chooses whether to be affected by the sun or not. So in this case, we do enjoy it, but I mean, it really makes no difference even if this wasn't happening. The Schumann resonance will still be up in that sense because Gaia is getting lighter. It's what I was saying. The vibration of the planet is much lighter these days. And they did say this in the beginning of this hypnosis session, so that would have been a few videos ago. But yeah, they said that the energy is getting lighter because again, a lot of the dark team has left. Also the group that was going to the 3D chambers basically has almost completely left. Again, this hypnosis session was done on April 27th. So by now they have all left. So, but at the time, and so we are feeling it. It's a lot lighter. I can tell you that I'm feeling it, which doesn't mean every day is wonderful and spectacular, but it definitely feels very different. I have not felt this serene in a very, very long time. I can't even remember since when. And so yeah, and I wanted to tell you also, let me see here, there was something here. Yeah, when they were talking about, when they were laughing, that they said I could be depressed in the sun. I think each one of us can relate to the fact that when we are down, it doesn't matter that it's a beautiful day out, we're just gonna be down. And so that really resonates for me, makes sense that, you know, it's not the sun. We like to think of the sun as being, because of course the sun is light, it has a very light vibration, so we love it, or many of us love it. But again, we don't, just because there's sun outside doesn't mean we have to be happy or high vibration. Clearly the sun is there for everybody, and not everybody's feeling happier necessarily. The other thing that they did tell us when they said that we can choose, it doesn't have to be the sun, or it doesn't even have to be a sun really to affect us or to make us feel one way or the other, is that in one of my previous videos, we did talk about the fact that on New Earth, we won't necessarily have a sun. We actually, there is no sun that is near New Earth right now, because we might decide not to have it. Now, most likely many of us do enjoy it. We might have it at the end, but we don't have to have it. Again, because it's our energy that will control everything. So we don't need to have the sun for us to be any certain way. All right, let's move forward. Lorraine, I actually love the sun, but I love rainy days. So, you know, I love the changeability of the weather. I like to see that in my little corner of New Earth. Me. You can walk around with a cloud on your head, your own personal cloud. And they were both laughing. Lorraine and 25th were laughing, which was very cute. Lorraine, okay. The Schumann Resonance is measuring Earth. You just said that. Has it really been changing in any unusual way lately? Me. No, I mean unusual. So Clea has heard about the Schumann resonance now for 2.5 years. And it's always like, oh, it's spiking. No, not in that sense. No, it wasn't. They were saying that, but the truth is it's always been doing what it's been doing. However, right now, yes, it is picking up on the fact that the vibration is higher. So yeah, in this case, actually, but again, the vibration is Gaia. And so yeah, in this case, it is going up. And Clea doesn't know. She hasn't checked it. But should go check it now. We're just telling her that's what's happening right now. It's actually measuring the fact that the vibration is higher. So Gaia is happier too. I love that. All right, this was actually one of Lorraine's questions. Lorraine, thank you. So I was listening to a podcast and the person was describing a friend of theirs who went to Seattle. Now, I used to live in Seattle and there were homeless everywhere, and it's gotten much worse over the last 6 years. But this person said that he went and noticed that there were no homeless people. They were all gone. Where have they gone? Even if there are essence left, where are the empty seats? Me. Yeah, so basically, yeah, most of them are gone. And so the NPCs would not have the same ability or even desire to be in the place where they were before. So they could just be, you know, lying around somewhere, or not necessarily having the tendency or even the drive to be in the cities. So they're gone for that reason, because remember, to maintain a reality of homelessness, you have to be, all sides have to agree to it. So people wanted that. We wanted that. We wanted this idea that in the cities, we would have homeless people to make us feel guilty. It was all part of the plan, right? Of the dark. And again, a lot of the dark has left. This reality is not supported anymore. So even though these are NPCs, they don't necessarily have to behave like the homeless people before behaved. Also because a lot of us on our side, a lot of the people in the 3D chambers who are sustaining these ideas of fear, scarcity, and all that are gone. So this idea of homelessness is not really sustainable anymore. So that's why a lot of them have, you know, all these people have disappeared. I'm so glad she asked this question. I had no idea, and this was so interesting. It also makes me wonder, like, were most homeless people 3D? I wonder, why would you pick that if you're completely 3D and want to believe in that, in this? I don't know if you're on the side of the dark, so you want to try that. And I'm not trying to say you're homeless and you're on the side of the dark. I'm just wondering, I think I'm going to ask more questions about this. So if you have any questions regarding homelessness, please let me know below, because now there's stuff going through my head. I'm like, I want to know more. All right. Lorraine, thank you. So the same person said that he also observed regular people, like people that work in a downtown city or live in the downtown city, or walking around aimlessly like zombies with hollow eyes. Is it because they've gone to the 3D chambers? Me. Yeah, and normally, I mean, there's no motivation anymore. Yeah, NPCs are not driven. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were always zombies, right? When we did certain kinds of jobs, the essence was bored out of its mind. So that's what's happening. That's what you see now. Now that the essence is gone, you're seeing really we're treating ourselves as prisoners, always doing the same thing, day in and day out. So that's really what the soul experience was here. That's why people are going to be so much happier. And I have to tell you, so I told you guys before, and I'll put it in the pinned, check out the pinned comment below. One of our community members, Kath, has generously started a Telegram discussion group around, again, the things that the 25th is bringing through. And she posted, I think it was her, maybe it was Akari who posted, someone posted in there, I think it might have been Akari, in there, a meme that cracked me up. So basically, there were two animals that were being hunted, and the hunter was coming for them, and they were really scared. So one of the animals said to the other, let's play dead. And the next thing you see, and then she adds, but inside. And the next thing you see is them sitting on a computer working. I'm like, right on. That's really what we've been doing. And we've all been there. I've been there. So I know. I felt like I was dying when I worked. I used to work in a bank. My gosh, I can't believe it. But I guess my essence wanted to try that. All right, Lorraine, will the cities begin to look emptier and emptier? Me. Yeah, if you notice, I mean, people will notice. They might not know why, so they won't worry about it, but you will notice if you look, yes. All right, I'm going to stop this here, and I will have another video about viewers' questions. So I will see you there. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.